Market Prospects, delivering timely information and education to prairie farmers for over 30 years. Market Prospects is brought to you by the University of Saskatchewan's Department of Agricultural and Resource Economics and these sponsors. Log on to marketprospects.usask.ca to view past programs and for information on upcoming programs.
For our Market Prospect interview this week, we take a close look at the flaxseed situation and outlook. Joining us in studio is Jamie Woodrow, a grain trader with Rayglen Commodities in Saskatoon. Great to have you on Farmgate.
Thanks, Bob.
Right off the top then, let's review last year's prairie flaxseed production and the current global market conditions, and then move to what you see for prices, movement, and ending stocks for the rest of the current crop year.
Okay. Well, right now, in 2016-17, the crop flax year was 40% down from seeded acreage or for production in 2015-16. But due to larger carryout from 15-16, we're still sitting around ending stocks of approximately 110,000 metric ton, which is comfortable but not burdensome to the market. Current markets are stable right now with prices floating between $12 and $13 a metric ton, or $13 a bushel, sorry. And with movement for number one flax being March, April, so still good movement on number one milling quality flax. You're looking movement for April, May, June with a little higher price because it's milling. Golden flax, we saw high demand right off the combine and into early winter, but now it has settled with limited selling taking place, and the average price for the year has been around $17 this year. Canada exports most of its flax, and this year projections are around 600,000 metric ton being exported, with 605,000 exported the year before. But you have to, not exported, but growing this year. But you have to remember, we talked about that carryout earlier of 270,000 metric ton of carryover, so from 15-16. China is our biggest importer, followed by the European Union, and then the U.S. is our third major importer. This year, the U.S. had a fairly substantial crop, so therefore they're lagging behind on their imports. But China normally takes 50% of our flax.
So what is your forecast for prairie acreage and price for flaxseed for the new crop year, and where will the crop be growing on the prairies then?
Well, this year we believe that the seeded acreage is going to be somewhere between 1 to 1.2 million acres. We're seeing acres increase, one due to prices right now. The price level is good for new crop or old. And the other thing is farmers trying to combat soil diseases such as Fusarium in West Central on durum, and even some of the disease in the lentils. Guys are looking for another option to grow something that in their rotations, and flax is a good option for that. In the last few years, we've seen flax acres expand in the province. We don't really have that traditional growing area anymore, as people are looking for something different to offset their incomes. They seem to be doing it with flax, so it seems to have become more widely grown than it has been in the past. And in return, that's helping us sustain our acreage in flax, as well as increasing acres to somewhat, instead of that normal dips that we used to see, 10 years ago, where flax would sometimes not be a relevant crop at all, and then next year there would be huge acres of it. It seems to be more steady.
How have the health benefits of flax impacted the demand of flax in recent years, and what is the future potential on this?
The research of the health benefits has definitely had an impact on seeing more flax being grown and just being more in the marketplace. This is evident in how much more we're seeing flax as an added ingredient to our common foods we eat, like our cereals, our Nutri-Bars, and even our breads. When you go into your grocery store, you're seeing flax added to a lot more of that stuff. We've also heard that flax is now being added to feed rations for animals like chickens to increase the omega-3 in the eggs, which is something we never saw before either. As new uses and benefits of flax are continually released to consumers, we expect the market to continue to grow and to give us a consistent pricing that, as more demand, should give a more stable price. And it should get rid of those dramatic market swings that we used to see in the past.
Well, great information, Jamie. Thanks for taking time to come into Farmgate.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Okay, we'll take a break again. We're back in 2 minutes. Please stay with us.